Hello and welcome in to the Auburn Sportsplex Field 15. It is Friday night and it is absolutely beautiful weather for a beautiful lacrosse game that we have today between the Auburn Tigers and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. It'll be the Tigers versus the Tar Heels tonight on WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. My name's Noah Phillips, Shannon Turbo, the one that is manning the cameras and doing color commentary today. Shannon, how's your bracket looking?
Well, my men's bracket's looking okay. My women's bracket right now is pretty perfect, I'd say. We've got a couple games looking out for, but I am excited to color commentate for y'all tonight, especially since the sky is so very colorful right now.
Yes, it is. It's an absolutely beautiful Auburn night. I woke up this morning thinking it was going to be one of those games where it's super, super cold. It's not super, super cold. The jacket is on, but it's beautiful weather, beautiful skyline, beautiful everything for this matchup between the Auburn Tigers and the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. Auburn will be in the white with the blue helmets, North Carolina in the Carolina blue with the white helmets as well. Beautiful uniform matchup. Before we get too far into this, if you were in the earlier stream, we did lose connection for a little bit. The way that I like to put it, the computer buckled and we lost the encoding part of the stream. Hope to not see that happen again, but if it does, just be aware that we are just going to simply restart it under a new one. Just look at the WEGL one. It shouldn't take me more than a couple seconds. It shouldn't happen again. That's why I'm saying it right now, so it won't happen again. We are going to have ourselves a good one. Shannon, what are you looking out for tonight as Auburn takes on UNC?
I'm looking at Auburn's leading goal scorer, Ryan Como. I think if he can get hot, 3-4 goals maybe, I think Auburn could have a chance to win their third game of the season. But on the other side of the ball, as many people would say, UNC has one top goal scorer in Jackson Holmes. He leads their team with 8 goals apiece, and I think he could get to 10 today, potentially.
It'll be Aiden Garrett versus Will Clark in the circle to get this one started off. Both players are down. There's the referee's whistle, and away we go. This one is won by Garrett. He is being hit pretty hard, though. He'll carry it to his right side, gets the pass off to number 24, Reese Phillips, and Auburn is going to get this one started with the ball in their hands. We'll also tell you, folks, I have a little bit of a cough. The cold weather is starting to get to me a little bit. Sinuses are starting to get up there. So if you hear me cough or something like that, that is why. Number 27, Max Forsyth, carries it into the attacking third for the Auburn Tigers. Auburn will continually go back around, and there we go. Andrew Luff back to Forsyth at the top of the attacking third. Cuts to his right side. Pass looks to the middle. Can't find anyone. Now over to Phillips, over to Como. Back over to Andrew Luff at the top. He'll cut to his right, looking for a shot. He takes one, and that's going to be off the goalkeeper's stick. They'll produce a scrum for it, and it looks like it's won by Andrew Luff for a second, as they're going to keep this one moving and hopping around the air. It's won by Max Forsyth. He loses his stick, though, and UNC will carry it the other way. 13:53 left to go in this first quarter. UNC has a scoring opportunity here in transition. They won't take it. They'll actually lose it, as UNC will pick it up, they'll slow it down.
Yeah, UNC's goalkeeper there looked like he was doing the splits for a second to make that save.
That was Connor Nielsen, freshman out of Cornelius, North Carolina, is in the crease tonight for the Tar Heels. Fun matchup, though, between these two teams. 13:23 left to go in this first quarter. UNC's current record 1-3. This is their 5th game of the season so far. As Auburn's going to pick this one up, Craig Morgan has it in the crease now. He looks for a pass, looking for number 49, Jackson Hursley, who got that steal there. Auburn picks it up, though, going on the other side. That's number 27, Max Forsyth, makes a long pass that hits off a stick of Reese Phillips. He'll pick it up from the X for Auburn. 12:50 left to go in this first quarter. Still knotted up, 0-0. But Auburn and the Tar Heels getting this one started off quick. Now over to number 5, Miles Lobato. Lobato carries it inside, a pass to number 27, Max Forsyth. He gets hit a couple times, and they will Yellow flags will rain down from the sky on North Carolina for those hits. I believe they were a little bit too high, maybe a little bit too low as well to Phillips. Middle of the field to Botto, and that shot will go off, ricochet off something.
Yeah, it looks to be a little bit of tripping on UNC on Forsyth. I mean, that's a low hit. Yeah, the refs are going to call that, but it's not basketball, so, I don't think it's actually called a tripping foul.
It'll be Auburn's ball. There'll be a man up for a whole minute as number 10, Grant Gary, junior from Apex, North Carolina, will be the one to sit out in the sin bin.
These are great scoring opportunities for Auburn, especially if UNC's defense is pretty tight. When they're a man up, you usually have quite a few opportunities to score here.
Number 22, Graham Young, takes a shot. He'll find the back of the net. Took it, everything he had, just went back and ripped it. Number 22, Graham Young, makes it one early. There's 49 seconds left on the penalty clock. Auburn leads 1-0.
And that is Graham Young's 16th goal of the season. If he needs 4 more to reach 20. I mean, I don't know. Hat trick for today seems doable.
Yes, it does. And hey, he's got some more games left on the season to do it. Texas A&M this Sunday. Tigers will travel down to Florida to take on their rest of the divisional road this coming up weekend. But there's a referee's whistle, and away we go. Garrett looks to win another one. It's on the ground. UNC will push it. It's picked up by number 19, Derek DeAngles.
Yeah, these face-offs are another good opportunity for Auburn. They can win them. They've got a good opportunity to set up their offense and get a second goal here.
Aiden Garrett, the sophomore from Pennsylvania, has been a large part of those face-off wins for the Auburn Tigers. He's taken, I believe, most, if my memory serves me correctly, of the face-offs for the Auburn Tigers, and it's shown up in a big way. Auburn from the top of the key, that's number 8, Andrew Luff. He's from North Carolina. Passes it off to number 24, Reese Phillips, over to Miles Lobato, who makes a move. He's inside. Dunk is too high.
That was a great look there from Lobato, but just a little too good on the defense from UNC's part.
11:22 left to be played in this first quarter. It'll be number 42, Ryan Como, sophomore out of Canton, Georgia, to carry this one outside of the X for the Auburn Tigers. He's going to make a run over the crease, past the middle for Reese Phillips. Low shot is off a shoe, and UNC picks this one up.
Yeah, those low shots can be tricky for a goalie to stop. It's much easier for them to go high, but with a low shot, you also run the risk of hitting someone's foot.
Reese Phillips, great defense, makes a UNC player lose their stick. Well, it couldn't read a number there for a second as that pass is awry, and it's inside the attacking third for UNC, but Auburn looks to be the one to pick it up, and there's a whole lot of large sticks around that ball. That's number 18, Ethan Puskisi, a sophomore out of Brentwood, Tennessee, to pick that one up. Auburn now inside the attacking third. That's Reese to Phillips. I really need to turn the lights on in this pavilion so I can see my paper, but I'll do that here in a second. Auburn, that's number 10. Jamie Maroney cuts to his left over to number 50, Declan Toblin. Back over to Maroney. He loses it, though, and it's picked up by the UNC goalkeeper.
Auburn needs to do a better job when they're in the attacking third of controlling the passes. They've had a little bit of some miscommunication here, especially in close to the net.
UNC makes an errant pass, and that ball will go out of bounds, and I'll take a second to turn the lights on here under the pavilion.
Auburn has it, middle of the field. They're going to bring it up. That is number 22 here. And the lights are on, and we can now see Auburn in the attacking third into the corner. It is number 21. 24, excuse me.
Reese Phillips carries it from the goal on. Extended pass inside to Lobato's off his stick to DeClance Hobble, and that shot goes high. 9:30 left to go in the first quarter.
Though that errant pass might have not gone to the intended person, still went to Auburn, so maybe it was an intentional move off the stick.
And it looked cool, and that's what really matters. Ryan Como will carry it inside from the X. He makes a move. Pass now to DeClan Tublin as that one just couldn't find his stick. UNC picks it up.
It was not Smart pass there by Auburn, and that's what we would call a turnover.
UNC, that ball will go out of bounds, and they'll award it to the Auburn Tigers. They're wanting, it'll be Eamon Cummins over to Craig Morgan to get this one started. 9:04 left to be played in this first quarter. Run now for number 27, Max Forsyth. Inside the logo for the Tigers. He'll pass it on to Andrew Luff. Back to Forsyth. Down over number 22, Graham Young. He cuts to his right over to Forsyth. Cuts again to his right side, looking for the crease. Can't find anybody. They'll set something up here for the Auburn Tigers. Pass inside. That's to Luff. He shoots and he dunks it. Luff gets a pass there over the net and dunks it inside. And he makes some incredible moves on his way. Andrew Luff, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, makes it 2-0.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass over the net. You don't typically see those. You typically see going around the sides, not so much over the net. But hey, you can go around it. You can go over it. You just can't go under the net.
So I want to shout out the Auburn women's club lacrosse team as they're playing in just the field over. Currently playing the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Iron Bowl of women's lacrosse. They're tied 1-1 with about 6 minutes to go. We have about 8 minutes and 26 seconds left to go as Auburn leads 2-0 over UNC, and Aiden Garrett will win another faceoff as Como will carry this one behind him. Back over to number 50, DeClan Toblin, sophomore out of Ridgefield, Connecticut. Pass inside. That's a long shot that'll go over for number 55, Matthias Lobato, freshman out of Great Falls, Virginia.
And that's something Auburn has done a good job here, winning the faceoffs and being the team that is closest to the ball when it goes out of the playing field.
Como cuts to his left, looking for somewhere to go with it. He finds Maroney, who will shoot. That'll just go a little bit outside on the bounce shot.
Good look there from Maroney. Auburn needs to keep up this pressure because right now we've got a 2-0 lead, and UNC really hasn't been able to do much on offense.
Jamie Maroney from the right alley will pass it back to the brother of Lobato. Lobato cuts to his right, looking for a shot, can't find it. Now over to Reese Phillips. Makes a long pass to Toblin. Toblin is going to take some. Looking for a dunk, can't find it. He'll continuously get poked and prodded by the UNC defense. As now it's over to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Dedrick will cut to his right. Low shot that'll find the back of the net. Dedrick takes a sidearm to make it 3-0.
I mean, Auburn's had looks from the side, from in front. They're poking holes in this UNC defense right now. I mean, UNC really needs to tighten up their defense if they want to cut into this Auburn lead.
I'll tell you what, they may also want to win a face-off. Right now, Aiden Garrett's on fire from the face-off station, and every time he's won one, it's resulted in an Auburn goal. UNC may want to do anything and everything to win this face-off. Also want to shout out Eagle Eye TV for providing us with this camera. Absolutely beautiful backdrop for this game, and I hope we're getting every single molecule of it. As this one is a pushing contest. Low man wins, fellas, as this one is going to be rewarded to the Auburn Tigers. They'll call a push in the back.
Well, I don't know if that's quite a win for Auburn on the face-off, but I'll definitely call that a win for Aiden Garrett. I'll give that 4 for 4, I'd say.
I'd give a win to both guys. Absolutely phenomenal work there by both of them. Try to force each of them off the line. Low man wins there. Just could not force each other to move an inch, as Auburn is going to pick this one up at the top of the attacking third. A shot that'll go wide left for number 27, Max Forsyth. Now over to Toblin. Toblin cuts left. He may look for something. Shot that'll be wide. Auburn closest to it, though, with 6:32 left to go here in the first quarter.
I mean, that's something UNC definitely might want to think about, is going after some of these errant shots that Auburn has made. Because right now, Auburn's been closest to the ball every single time. UNC hasn't really had a chance to generate any offense.
Graham Young with the ball now. He'll cut to his right, pass inside to Luff, and he'll shoot again, and he makes it. Andrew Luff gets 2, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, makes it 4-0.
Another great goal from Luff with a pass from Young. Young now has a goal and an assist. Luff has 2 goals. I mean, Auburn's doing everything they can to win this game right now.
Yes, they are, and they're doing a real good job of it. Also, want to encourage people that are watching, feel free to tell us something in the chat, no matter what it is. If you think we need to improve the broadcast somehow, or just tell us that you're having a good time. It always means a lot to us. Fogo here for Auburn and North Carolina. Auburn leads by 4. Aiden Garrett's won every faceoff so far as he pushes this one back, and he's going to pick it up. There's 6 for the kid, right?
5, I think.
5. I can't count, folks. As Auburn is going to pick this one up, number 21, Mikey Linshoni, has this one as he'll have to stop in his tracks to get it to Jamie Maroney. 5:50 left to be played in this first quarter. Number 14, Sarver Adams, number 10, Jamie Maroney has this one. He'll carry it to his left side, looking for a low shot, couldn't find it. Now over to Ryan Como. Now over to number 24, Reese DePhillips. DePhillips cuts left, and he's going to lose. That one is picked up by the UNC goalkeeper. That's, again, number 21, Connor Nelson.
This is a good opportunity here for UNC to try to generate some offense. They really haven't had much success thus far. Let's see if they can do something here.
Folks, I'll also be honest with you. I've since March Madness has come around, UNC a big-time basketball school, and I instinctively call them UNC because I find it funny, and I'm really fighting the urge to say that right now as UNC carries it to the left side. He's looking for somewhere to go. He'll spin, he'll shoot, and he'll find the back of the net. Number 35, Roman Maloney, will score 1 for the Tar Heels.
That was a good look there from the Tar Heels. It was a low corner shot. Not a lot Auburn's goalkeeper could do for that one. The low shots are definitely much harder to block than a high shot. It's easier to get your stick into the upper corners than it is for the lower ones.
4:49 left as Yuki Endo will come in to take this face off, a freshman from Tokyo, Japan. This one is picked up by Aiden Garrett as he'll cut to his right side. He's on his horse, a shot and a score. Aiden Garrett, the face-off specialist. How about a shot-making specialist? Aiden Garrett, he's won a lot of face-off, and now he has a goal. Make it 5-1.
Well, he's got another shot at the face-off, but, I mean, that was beautiful. He just ran straight up the middle. Nobody really challenged him at all, and, I mean, perfect win on the face-off, perfect goal. That was beautiful.
4:42 left to be played in this first quarter. Somebody clip that, please, or I'll go back and clip it because that was one heck of a play by Aiden Garrett. So he looks to win another one, potentially do it again. He's not going to pick it up, though. It's number 4, Dominic Anacarico, though. He's on his horse. Pass to Ryan Como is just a little bit out of sync as UNC will carry this one up.
I believe that's UNC's first closest to the ball once it's been out of bounds that they've picked up here.
This pass on the ground, though. Couldn't find it. It's a scrum. It's picked up by UNC, though. Tar Heels, big hit from Dominic Anacarico. Another big one as they're fighting for that ball. Shout out to number 27, Fletcher Curtis. He's been strong with it all night. I know if I got hit by Dominic Anacarico, I would fall over and cry. UNC inside, high shot goes wide. 46 seconds on the shot clock, 3 minutes, 57 seconds on the game clock. UNC was closest to it.
I'm not entirely sure where that shot was going. Looked like it should have been a pass rather than a shot, but
UNC from the right alley inside. That's a shot. It's off the corner and Craig Morgan's net. He's got it inside now. Great move there by Craig to jump on it.
I thought it hit his foot, not the side of the net, but you definitely have better eyes than I do.
Well, you have glasses on and I don't. As Andrew Luff will carry this one inside. He'll have to back it out, though. No, he takes a shot just over 3 minutes, 26 seconds left to go. Como, the one closest to it, and he'll carry it in for the Tigers. Como over to Toblin, over to Max Forsyth. Carry it to his right. He'll take a hit. Look for a pass outside, and that one is going to be right into the hands of a UNC player. I got to tell you, in the light, the Carolina blue looks a little bit white, so I don't blame the pass there. UNC inside this one now. He's taking some abuse, but he'll be able to pass it out now to UNC's number 25, Jack McCoy. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left to be played in this one. Auburn leads over the Tar Heels 5-1. UNC carries it to the right side for number 44, Lathon Ham. Passes it off now. UNC around the crease. That's number 20, Noah Nija, junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. It's a nice name, Noah. Noah inside the crease. He has to pass it off. UNC from the top of the right crease. That ball will go left. UNC will be closest to it. That was number 22, Jackson Holmes, junior from Dallas, Texas, with the shot.
I do have to comment, looking at both rosters, they seem to have a lot of people from North Carolina. Not surprising here. Big-ish lacrosse state.
Yeah, I actually, while doing research for this, very little bit that I do, I completely almost forgot that UNC has a varsity D1 lacrosse team. MCLA is better. Going to go ahead and say that. But big-time lacrosse culture up there in the Carolinas.
You certainly do. I mean, the entire East Coast, really. Huge lacrosse culture. Shout out to my home state of Maryland.
As referees are discussing something. Not a penalty on the clock yet. Don't know entirely what referees are discussing. We'll continue to keep it here. I think they're saying it's Auburn ball.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Don't know why.
And again, folks, the only thing I can't see is the referees whenever they do some of the signals and stuff, because they're doing it to the scorer's table on the other side. It's hidden a lot, and just cannot see it as well. And I apologize for that. If I could see it, I'd be able to tell y'all. But again, both coaches and referees trying to tell each other something, as we'll sit here and continue talking to you. Nice night for lacrosse. I know we're having fun, Shannon. Had a lot of fun here in WEGL recently as the referees whistle and away we go. 2:18 left to be played here in this first quarter. Auburn leads 5-1 over the Tar Heels. Now over number 5, Miles Lobato. Now over number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Dedrick makes a pass over to Reese Phillips, over to Miles Lobato. Lobato out to the top to his brother. He makes a move. He shoots. Lobato to Lobato connection, and they're celebrating heavily. How about that for number 55, Matthias Lobato?
That's always fun when you play with your siblings. If you can get a sibling to a sibling assist. I mean, that's especially cool for the Lobato brothers, because I don't think we've seen that yet this year.
At least not here on the station. They haven't. Maybe it happened in the away zone, but here on WEGL's YouTube channel hasn't happened yet. First one I know I've called. 6-1 is your score. 1:53 left to be played as Aiden Garrett is going to win this one. That was number 13, Yuki Indo, that was going up against him in the face-off square. Number 24, Reese Phillips, will pass it on to Ryan Como, and Auburn is going to have this ball yet again. 1 minute, 32 seconds left to be played. A long pass now over number 22, Graham Young. At the top of the attacking third, over to Max Forsyth in the right alley. He'll take a pick for now for number 24, Reese Phillips. Over number 8, Andrew Luff already has a pair already looking for his third. He shoots and he scores. There's your hat trick, folks. Tip it to Andrew Luff. He makes it 7-1 with 1:10 left to be played in this first quarter.
I mean, Auburn's on a mathematical track at the moment to score 28 in this game.
And I'll tell you this as well. Sorry to cut you off. Andrew Luff Max Forsyth, and Fletcher Curtis, high school teammates. Thank you to Johnny8 for telling us that here in the YouTube chat box.
Oh, that's a fantastic, fun fact. And hey, your teammates go, why not go with them?
Aiden Garrett. Penalty flag is up in the air. He won the face-off, didn't see the penalty, as Ryan Como. Either way, Auburn will be a man up the next time they trade possessions. 52 seconds left to be played in this first quarter. 60 seconds on the shot clock. That does not matter more. We're staying entirely with the game clock. Now over number 7, Michael Katrowski. Katrowski over number 24, Reese Phillips. Como. Back to Toblin. That is number 33, McGuire Civilly. Makes a pass to Como, back to Civilly, going around the crease. And he'll take a couple hits. Back out to the top, though, for number 7, Michael Katrowski. Katrowski, 15 seconds. He'll cut to his right, cut back left. He'll lose the ball, picks it up, though, as he's going to take a little bit of punishment. Cut back to his left. Now over to number 42, Ryan Como. Now over to number 21. There is your whistle, though, folks. And that's going to be all she wrote for quarter number 1. 7-1 is your score. Auburn leads over the Tar Heels in North Carolina 7-1. And we're going to take a break. And when we get back, we'll have quarter number 2 right here on WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex, Field 15 for quarter number 2 action between Auburn and UNC. The next 15 minutes of broadcasting are brought to you by Mama Goldberg's Deli, now serving breakfast at the Glendine location and beginning the first week in April at the original West Magnolia location. We all know you got to have your mama's love. Now you can have her for breakfast. And if you are interested in partnering with the Auburn men's lacrosse team, please send them a DM to their Instagram page at Auburn Lacrosse. But hey, quarter number 2, like I said, brought to you by Mama Goldberg's. 15 minutes of action. Auburn will be a man up for a full minute of it. Number 15, Will Clark, will be the one in the sin bin for the Tar Heels. But Auburn, another opportunity to expand their lead here. Andrew Luff had 3 in the first quarter. He'll have it back over to number 24, Reese Phillips. Pass inside to Como. Takes a drop shot, and UNC had to basically fall on it to get that save there. Number 21, Connor Nielsen with the save.
That was a good save from Nielsen. I think that's his first true save of this lacrosse game. Auburn's been pretty much in control of this game since the first face-off.
26 seconds left on the penalty here for the Auburn Tigers. They'll be a man up for just 20 more seconds. 14-19 left to be played here in this second quarter. UNC on their attacking third over on the right side. Number 22, Jackson Holmes will have this one for the Tar Heels as they look to continue to wasted the whole minute there. Back to even Stevens here at the Auburn Sportsplex.
That's what UNC needed to do there once they gained possession to keep it away from Auburn, because Auburn has been finding all corners of the net thus far.
Fletcher Curtis shoots that one just a wee bit high there, and it looks like it'll stay UNC's ball. 13:42 left to be played. This one is inside for UNC. We're going to hear some referees' whistles, and I think they're going to reset at the top of the attacking third here for UNC, or in the left alley, or right alley, excuse me. UNC makes some moves, looking for the inside, loads back, shot, it'll go out, and UNC closest to it. Foot race there for number 45, Eamon Cummins, and the person with the ball now, number 25, Jack McCoy. This one is going to be out of bounds. This one will be Auburn's closest to it. Again, was looking at my papers, didn't see it. But, hey, how about a change in goalkeeper? Colson Miller, freshman out of Roswell, Georgia, now in for the Tigers in the crease.
It's not a bad move by the Tigers. They've got a pretty sizable lead right now. So, I mean, it's not going to hurt if their goalie gives up a couple. But, hey, Miller might be able to continue
Miller
shut out UNC out.
Miller had a fantastic game just earlier in the season, earned Player of the Week honors just a couple weeks ago. There's nothing wrong with this freshman from Roswell, Georgia. That's in the crease now. 12:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Love to see him getting minutes, as Greg Morgan has been in goal for all 4 years that I've been doing this. Nice to see some more people get minutes for the future, as it were.
Yeah, we definitely want to continue to have a future here calling games for WEGL for Auburn Lacrosse, and it's a fun opportunity getting to do these games.
UNC takes a shot, and that's going to be up and over for number 35, Ronan Mahoney. Yes, Rowan Mahoney will score that one. 12:22, 7-2 left to be played here as UNC gets one.
That's their first goal in what's felt like 10, 15 minutes of game time. I'm not sure when they scored their first one, but they haven't scored a lot. So this could be the comeback quarter for UNC.
First face-off of the second quarter here as Aiden Garrett takes his position. He's going to kick this one out as he'll pick back this one up as Auburn wins yet another face-off. I need Aiden Garrett to score again. That was a fun call.
That was really fun. I mean, that was a pretty perfect face-off and a perfect goal as well.
This one is picked off by UNC, a long pass. UNC in on crease now. One man to beat in front of him, and that pass will go awry and hit the net.
It looked like UNC had a one-on-one opportunity there. They probably should have taken the shot rather than gone for the pass.
I'm trying to also give you a score update on the women's lacrosse side. It's 4-3. Cannot think Auburn's winning 4-3 over on the field next to us. Always good to see the Auburn Tigers beat the Alabama Crimson Tide.
And you are correct. It is Auburn leading 4-3. Auburn is on the left.
Number 8, Andrew Luff, will go to his left side. Passes back out to the top for number 24, Reese Phillips, over to Forsyth. He'll cut to his right side. Takes a shot that'll go wide. This one off the back of the net, and it'll be Ryan Como closest to it with 46 on the shot clock, 11:18 on the game clock.
That was a long shot there by Forsyth. I mean, Auburn has had success shooting from almost anywhere, so not surprising that he would take that shot.
And Como in on goal there, takes a shot that goes off of the post. Takes probably one of the weirdest bounces I've ever seen as a commentator, as UNC is going to get this one across half field. And with 10 minutes and 58 seconds left to be played here in quarter number dos.
Something I've noticed so far in this game is Auburn has been a lot quicker on the offense versus UNC has been very slow and methodical at trying to set up their shots.
UNC in on crease here for number 20, Noah Ninja. he'll make a long pass out to number 22, Jackson Holmes, as this one will be picked up with number 2, Trent Butterworth, or excuse me, number 8, Ian Mao. Mao will take this one inside, as that is a shot and a goal there for North Carolina. I believe it was number 33, Max Sanderson, senior out of West Palm Beach, Florida, makes it 7-3. Auburn still leads, 10-23 left to be played here in quarter number 2. It's had a whole lot of threes in the last couple seconds, but hey, back at it, folks. Auburn starting to lose what they had at the beginning. Had a big 7-1 lead, and UNC's been able to cut back in it.
Well, it appears that there is a brick wall on the goal to the left of your screen, as 10 of the 11 goals scored thus far have been scored in the goal on the right side of your screen.
And that may very well be the case, as Aiden Garrett is going to take some hits, but he's going to win this faceoff. Going to take so many. As a matter of fact, a penalty flag is up in the air. So he's going to take a big hit from UNC. There's all 3 flags are down, and they're going to call something. Referee is going to wave it dead.
Yeah.
As
the crowd definitely wants to call some sort of penalty call here on UNC.
I think Aiden Garrett took one too many hits for Auburn's liking and these referees' liking.
I'm not sure what the refs are going to call here.
We're waiting for them to call something. I do believe that North Carolina will be at least one man down, if not a couple more. 9:59 left to be played here in the second quarter. Also have a lot of fun streams here on WEGL's YouTube, WEGL's YouTube. That's a bad habit, folks. Our call sign is WEGL. We just call it WEGL internally. But last night was the Auburn University Intramural Champ Night for basketball. Had a lot of fun calling those games. If you go back and watch the large frat, somebody does get their ankles broken against the whole like Steph Curry step back 3. It's a very good highlight. And very fun last night to call. I was on camera all night, so you won't hear my voice for a change. Ha!
I was on the first 2 calls of the night, and it was a very fun game. Do that a bit. Sometimes it got confusing with some of those jerseys. Could not tell which team was which at some points. That's okay.
AOPI came out in a 2-3 zone. I remember that.
Yeah, you were excited about that one. Typically, we don't see a zone
second
defense.
Second year in a row seeing the 2-3 zone.
They did. Yeah.
Referees are talking to head coach J.J. Romano, and we're going to get some flags picked up, and we're just about to get back underway. Here, it'll be a full 3-minute penalty for number 15, Will Clark, sophomore out of Raleigh, North Carolina. As Auburn will have an opportunity here. Even if they give the ball back to North Carolina, there is a good chance they'll have another opportunity, even if North Carolina can take a full 80 seconds off of the shot clock.
Well, yeah, because there's a 3-minute penalty, so they'll definitely have probably 2 opportunities, maybe 1.5. I can't do math right now. I'm sorry.
Andrew Luff has this ball now for the Auburn Tigers over to number 24, Reese Phillips. Auburn makes a pass inside to Luff. Long shot goes just a wee bit over. 9:42 left to be played in this second quarter, as it'll be number 22, Graham Young, to carry it inside for the Tigers. Young makes a long pass out to DeClance Hoblin. He'll take a shot, and it's picked up by Como, and that's a goal for Como. Ryan Como makes it 8-3, and we'll go early on into the Auburn penalty. 2 minutes and 33 seconds remain on it. 9 minutes and 32 seconds remain in the second quarter.
That was an excellent shot there by Como. Looked to be off a little bit of a ricochet, and basketball, that's that's off the rebound, and lacrosse, it's off the ricochet. I mean, defense didn't do a great job covering on that one. That's for sure.
God, you said something because I didn't realize there was a difference. It'll be Yuki Endo again to take his shot against Aiden Garrett. He is a freshman out of Tokyo, Japan.
It's pretty cool that UNC has player from Tokyo, Japan. You typically don't see that at an intramural level, so it's nice to see it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I saw JP on the sheet, and I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out what state that was.
Noah, you do realize no states start with a J.
Yeah, it took me a while. I was sitting there like, what? Why does the state's abbreviation start with J? Is they're going to take a timeout over on the Auburn side, as they'll still be a man up for 22 seconds when we get back. 9:21 left on the game clock. Auburn leads 8-3 here in quarter number 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn leads 8-3 over the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Noah Phillips, Shannon Turvo talking to you here on the airwaves, and we're having some fun, folks. Auburn leads with 9:15 left to go in here in the second quarter. Auburn also a man up for 12 more seconds. Reese Phillips over to number 27, Max Forsyth. Low pass to Andrew Luff is picked up. Back to Forsyth. Forsyth in, over to DeClan Tobin. Tobin over number 42, Como. Over number 22, Graham Young, who takes a wrist shot that's picked up by North Carolina.
And North Carolina did a good job there. I believe this penalty is almost over, only letting Auburn get a single goal, which is good. Good penalty defense from the Tar Heels.
Well, here's the thing. They keep moving the penalty clock around, and now it looks like Auburn has a man down, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. It's still Auburn a man up with 1:30 left to be played here in this penalty, as it'll be number 50, DeClan Tobin, over number 27, Max Forsyth, back to Tobin, now over number 22, Young, over to number 8, Andrew Luff. Long pass over to Tobin. Tobin makes some moves. Luff to Phillips, takes a low shot that'll go out of bounds. Auburn closest to it. Realizes I'm saying over 2 a lot. Tobin takes a shot that's going to hit off a ricochet off the post there. Nearly goes out of bounds, but Andrew Luff able to run it down.
Feels like Auburn has hit the post a lot in this quarter.
Young, Luff, shot up and over. Well, you know, you talked about it a little bit earlier. There might be a brick wall there in that goal. Only 2 of the goals so far have been scored on the left side of your screen. Maybe because the women's game is going on in the background over there. Shouldn't really matter too much, just so far away. But Luff is going to take a shot that's going to go out of bounds. Auburn's still closest to it with 29 seconds on the penalty clock.
Yeah, it appears that Auburn's just keeping a man back there, and since they have the numbers, they're just keeping someone back there to be closest to the ball when it goes out.
Tobin's shot goes a wee bit wide left, as number 24, Reese Phillips, will have it in his hand for the referee's whistle. 7:19 left to be played in the game. 19 seconds on the penalty clock. Tobin over to Forsyth. UNC playing very tight. Tobin over to Luff. Back to Tobin. Takes a low shot. Up and over, though. 7 seconds left on the penalty clock. 7 minutes and 5 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, it looks like Auburn will have maybe one more quick opportunity here on the penalty to score a second goal. They already got one on the penalty.
Phillips with around the crease. He'll go high. Goes low, though. 9-3 to Phillips. Gets one for his team. With 2 seconds left on the penalty clock, it'll go away, though.
And that is what Auburn needed. Both teams now have scored 2 goals in this quarter. And Auburn extends their lead back to 7.
If you can hear my cough, folks, I'm doing my best to move the microphone out of the way. I do apologize. It's been hot and cold, and I'm starting to get affected by it. But Auburn, again, they've been hot all day, 9-3, and man that's been largely responsible for that, number 13, Aiden Garrett from Pennsylvania, just a sophomore. He's been fantastic in the face-off circle. This one picked up by number 20, Mikey Munchoni. So he'll have it over on the left alley. They'll run down to the goal line extended, and Auburn's going to have another offensive opportunity. Feel like Auburn's had the ball all night long.
I'm sure if we had a stat sheet that said where the possession has been, I think possession has been 40 to 50% in Auburn's attacking half, and probably about 40% in the attacking third for Auburn.
Now over number 9, Jackson Dedrick. He'll have to make a spin and move out. 38 seconds on the shot clock, 6:11 on the game clock. As number 10, Jamie Maroney, will carry it to his left. He'll take a couple hits, back out to, that one's going to go off the ground, and UNC is going to pick it up. They're inside their attacking half now. Opportunity here for UNC. That pass is on the ground. Will produce a scrum as they're going to rule this one dead after a hit in the back there from UNC.
UNC has been playing aggressive in this game and really hasn't paid off. There hasn't been that many penalties on Auburn, maybe 1 or 2, whereas UNC has had like 5 or 6 now.
5 minutes. 5:34 left to be played here in this second quarter. A long shot ricochets off the top pillar as this one is going to find its way out of bounds. It'll stay blue ball. As number 22, Jackson Holmes, Jr. out of Dallas, Texas, will cut to his left side. Takes a shot. That's saved by Colson Miller. This one is just over the head of number 4, Dominic Anacarico, and UNC is going to pick it up.
I do have to comment. A lot of these last names are kind of fun to say, but they're also really challenging.
Dominic Anacarico, my freshman year, sent shivers down my spine because I had to think about how to do it. But thank you to the Auburn Tiger squad for helping us out with that, giving us a nice, what's the word I'm looking for? How you say like a certain person's name? What's the word for that? Pronunciation guide. There we go. That's a hard word to say too. But Auburn doing a great job of getting those to us, and I'm so thankful. I know I still mess them up every now and again, but apologize about that. This is number 22, Graham Young, sophomore from right here, Auburn, Alabama. He'll take a spin. Takes a little bit of hits. Over number 8, Andrew Luff. Now to Max Forsythe, who gets it down as a shot that's just high. As there was a referee's yellow flag down. Interested to get the call here with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to be played here in the second quarter. And it'll be on North Carolina. And it will be a 30-second penalty for number 9, Walker Now. Freshman out of Becksville, Ohio. I like reading the places on players' names. It's fun to think about. Auburn from the goal line extended to Young. Over to Forsythe, over to Luff. Back to Forsythe. Young. Over Toblin. crease, shot in. Toblin gets another one, 10-3. Auburn was a man up. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left to go here in period number 2.
The Auburn bench seemed particularly pleased with that goal. I mean, they are doing everything right now. And I don't want to jinx it, but this is some of the best lacrosse I've seen from this Auburn lacrosse team this season.
Indeed, they look really, really good. So far in this one, looking like it's not going to be a sweat like it was against Florida just before spring break. And it seems that the women's game just came to its first half in, as Garrett is going to win this one again for the Auburn Tigers. 3 minutes, 51 seconds left be played in this second quarter. He'll take a spin and takes it back to Jack Slack. Senior out of Elliott City, Maryland. Slack cuts to his right side, cuts back to his left. Looking for a pass, can't find anyone. Back over number 50, Toblin. Toblin passes it over to number 20, Hunter Heiderly, sophomore out of Daphne, Alabama. Hunter Heiderly spins, tries to cut inside, looking for the crease. Will pass it out to number 24, Reese Phillips, over to Como. Now to number 33, McGuire Civilly. This ball is going to wind up out of bounds after an Auburn shot. 2 minutes, 57 seconds here in quarter number 2.
I don't know if you've noticed this, Noah, but I don't think Auburn's helmets are pure navy blue. There seems to be a shiny orange glint off of it that is really fun to look at.
Auburn inside on the goal here. This one is a pass to number 42, Ryan Como, and he dunks it after the pass from number 7, Michael Katrowski. But Ryan Como with the dunk with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to be played.
Como's second goal of the game, I believe. He now reaches 17 on the season.
Having a fun time here, and Auburn is up 11-3. Auburn's having a fun time.
We're having a fun time.
We are indeed, and I'll tell you, WEGL having a fun time in general. We have softball on the air live earlier today, tomorrow, and Sunday. My good friend J.J. Jackson has all those calls, and you can listen to all those games live on WEGL 91.1 FM. I believe they lost to Texas today, but they'll be on the lookout to grab another win tomorrow. As number Ryan Como, pass inside to McGuire Civilly. May pick this ball up, a big hit, and they're going to continue scrumming for it around the crease. Nobody stepped in yet as Civilly took a big hit, as UNC is going to kick this ball out of the way. Now over to number 50, Toblin. Toblin will carry it over the goal line, extend it back to Como. Toblin inside, low shot is just a wee bit left.
That was a intense scrum there between both teams, especially since it was in and around the crease. And you don't see a lot of scrums in that area. Typically, they're closer to midfield.
Well, usually there's also a referee's whistle that'll rule that play dead, as Como from the goal line extended over to Reese Phillips will take a shot, and he puts it in the upper right-hand corner as Como gets it to Phillips to make it 12-3.
I mean, I don't really know what UNC can do to stop this Auburn attack. I mean, they've now hit the net from pretty much every single angle you can possibly imagine.
And Auburn here, they're nearly up by 10 over the North Carolina Tar Heels, as they'll have a big game this Sunday against Texas A&M. That game at 11 o'clock a.m. in the morning. I'll be driving from Auburn, not Auburn, my hometown of Ayrton, Alabama that morning. So if I sound a little drowsy and in need of a coffee on the broadcast, you know why. But sure to be fun this Sunday. Jack Slack over to number 50, Toblin. passes it back to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Dedrick over to the right side, takes a shot that is a jump ball, and it's going to produce a ball on ground for Ryan Como. From goal line extended back to DePhillips. Now to Toblin. Toblin over to Jack Slack. He'll cut to his left side, transitions his arm, and he'll have to look for a pass. He finds it back to Toblin. Number 24, Reese DePhillips. Now over number 9, Jackson Dedrick. That shot is up and over, as it'll stay Auburn ball with 1:02 left to be played. Shot clock also reset to 80, but we're looking squarely at the 62 seconds left in the game clock.
I think Auburn is hoping to get a 10-point lead at the half. I think they'll hold for, probably pass it around for 30 to 40 seconds before really trying to attack the net and get this 10-point lead by half.
Auburn looking to take the last shot. 44 left to be played. Almost the end of half number 1 here from the Auburn Sportsplex. Thank you so much for tuning in to the first half. Sure to have an excellent second half coming your way in a bit. But right now it's number 9, Jackson Dedrick, getting it off to number 50, Toblin. He shoots and he scores. Toblin gets another one, 13-3, Tigers up by 10.
Auburn really likes that pass across the middle to someone waiting at a little bit up from the corner and hitting the upper opposite corner from where they're shooting. I think they've done that play 3 or 4 times now. I mean, and it seems to be working. UNC can't seem to do anything to stop that one.
The Auburn and UNC, another face-off here is Aiden Garrett. Looks to maybe win another one.
I mean, I don't know how many he's won.
Garrett wins it. Please, Lord, shoot it again. Toblin shoots, and it's saved by the UNC goalkeeper. Really want Aiden Garrett to get another face-off goal here.
That
6
was
seconds.
pretty sweet.
5 seconds left to be played. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And there's your buzzer, and that'll be all for half number 1 here as Auburn faces off against the UNC Tar Heels. We'll be back in a moment for half number 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching WEGL's 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn and UNC. Auburn has taken a big lead out in front of the Tar Heels, 13-3 to be exact, and we are just about to get underway the second half. Noah Phillips, Shannon Turvo out here talking to you folks. Shannon, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I'd be feeling pretty good if I'm Auburn. I mean, Aiden Garrett has really been able to help generate some offense, generate all of Auburn's offense, really. He's been dominating the face-off line. Looks like they're switching it out.
Yes, they are, as Brooks Andrus, junior from Windermine, Florida. Hopefully I got that right. But he's going to take the face-off here for the Auburn Tigers. Let's see if he's as dominant as number 13, Aiden Garrett.
It's a good choice by Auburn to switch out the face-off specialist, especially with such a huge lead. And Auburn wins it.
Auburn does. Jack Slack's the one to pick it up for the Tigers as that's going to be a push that is rewarded Auburn's way, and that's a yellow flag up in the air. Auburn will also be a man up, it looks like, after the first face-off. 12 seconds off the board.
Yeah, I mean, if you're UNC, you have to play a little bit more aggressive because Auburn has been dominating, but you also might want to be a little bit cautious because Auburn has scored on quite a few times when they're a man up. And if you're UNC,
Auburn was a man up for a vast majority of the second quarter. It was a couple late hits from North Carolina that resulted in the Auburn Tigers getting a full 3-minute penalty, as number 8 Andrew Luff is going to have this one for Auburn. Back to Reese Phillips, pass inside behind the back I can't even get the last word out. Number 22 Graham Young behind the back shot that goes off the post. Oh my goodness, that would have been a highlight reel.
So cool. I mean, this game might have quite a few highlights if we're being honest here.
Oh, the Aiden Garrett face-off shot, the dunk by Miles Lobato earlier, Lobato to Lobato. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a heck of a pilot show here for the Auburn Tigers, and they should finish this one out here. I'm saying that way too early. It's only 13-3 with 13 minutes, 69 seconds. That shot is off the ground. Number 17, Landon Reichert Jr. from Paradise on Earth, Boca Raton, Florida, in at the crease for the Auburn Tigers.
I think Auburn might play all of their goalies in this game.
They might, and I'll tell you one thing, folks. I fought really hard to go to Boca Raton for spring break, but my friends didn't want to do it, so we went down to Panama City Beach. Very, very close to Paradise, but in reality, it will always and forever be Boca Raton, Florida.
There is a football bowl game there, I believe, played there every year.
There is.
And,
also just white sandy beaches and water. That's all I need. Number 50, DeClan Tobin will carry this one up for the Auburn Tigers. Pass, over number 24, Reese Phillips. He'll take one. Auburn will be closest to it, I believe. Yes, they will. 13-15 left to go here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, and that's something Auburn did a spectacular job of in the first half, really, is being the one that was closest to the ball when it went out. UNC got it a couple early in the second quarter, but Auburn really dominated on the face-off line and being closest to the ball.
Number 27, Max Forsyth at the goal line, extended now for the Auburn Tigers. Over to number 24, Reese Phillips. Passes it on to Andrew Luff. To look inside, over to number 50, DeClan Tobin. That's a long shot. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 12:43 left on the game clock. As it'll be Max Forsyth will carry it inside for the Auburn Tigers. Around the crease, 1 second on the shot clock. That shot will be just over. And it'll be UNC ball, defended for the full 80 seconds there.
It looks like that's something they talked about at half, and that's UNC's really first true successful defensive possession so far in this game.
That's what UNC has to do if they want to get themselves back into it. It'll be a long hill to climb, but, it is March, folks. It is March indeed. I'll tell you another thing, folks. I'm probably going to jinx myself here, but if you remember last year, had a couple games that were in the rain, cold as ice, absolutely terrible weather conditions. Have not had that, folks. It has been pristine weather for all of these games so far this year, and I'm very, very happy for that as UNC carries it inside the left side. There's a shot, and it's outside. That's number 27, Fletcher Curtis, freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. Was actually high school teammates with Max Forsyth and Andrew Luff.
Speaking about rainy games, I remember doing one of those where we got cut out, literally, from the broadcast, and we had some panic calls to Noah.
Yeah, remember, that was the one game I was not at, folks. So, was having to do softball that day because of my terrible planning abilities as a leader. As UNC will have this inside, that's Fletcher Curtis. He'll have it at the top of the attacking third for the UNC Tar Heels. Curtis makes a long pass outside. That's number 35, Ronan Mahoney. He had one of the goals earlier, as this one is a kick ball, as it'll be Auburn ball going across the other side.
And that's strong defense from both Auburn and UNC on back-to-back plays, forcing the other team to commit the lacrosse version of a shot clock violation.
Number 29, Caleb Karunka was the one able to get it inside the attacking half of the field there for the Auburn Tigers. This is Miles Lobato. Passes it on to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Now over to number 10, Graham Young. And Toblin's going to drop it, but he picks it back up immediately. Falling shot. That goes out of bounds. 10:38 left to be played here in the third quarter. Auburn leads by 10 over the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Number 77, Michael Duffy. He'll make a pass out now to number 50, Declan Toblin. Number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Now over to the little brother, Lobato. Young.
Noah, if you're Auburn, do you want to see 20 goals in this game, or do you just want to see a win? Because I think 20 goals would be pretty cool, but I think a win is more important for the Tigers.
I think a win is more important as well, especially after the loss to Florida before spring break. Miles Lobato, he's going to carry it inside the crease, but 6 seconds on the shot clock. We'll get back to my thought in a moment. Young inside pass that is going to go out. There's the shot clock buzzer, 9:49. And to answer your question, good Lord, Shannon, after that loss to Florida before spring break, Auburn's was up by 6 against one of the best teams in the nation, or in club lacrosse, or I'll just say in the nation in general. That game was so close for so long, and Auburn really had an opportunity to win, and they dropped it. So I'm more happy to see the win here as Texas A&M, they walk by after watching a good portion of this matchup. They'll have Auburn on Sunday at 11 a.m.
Clearly they'll have a solid scout heading into their game against Auburn. I mean, they've definitely seen the best version of the Auburn Tigers lacrosse that they've played this season, so hopefully that can get in their heads a little bit.
As that shot goes over, looking for they're going to call it Auburn closer. Auburn wins possession back. I believe it was number 25, Jack McCoy, with the shot there for the UNC Tar Heels. Almost called them Blue Devils. I know if I do that, I will be threatened. Dominic Anacarico was inside the attacking third after receiving a long pass. Anacarico will run, looking for somewhere to give it to. He'll find number 7, Michael Kotrowski, sophomore out of Chester, New Jersey, with 8:29 left to be played here in the third quarter.
Yeah, if you called them the Blue Devils, I don't think it would be very pretty, because that is one of the best rivalries in college sports, the UNC Tar Heels versus the Duke Blue Devils.
Number 77, Michael Duffy, this ball is lost and picked up by UNC. 8 minutes, 3 seconds left to be played here in this third quarter. Yeah, no, I was thinking about it. like my pretty face too much to make that mistake. As UNC inside the attacking third, they're on a run in transition. This pass is off the ground to number 22, Jackson Holmes. Long pass out. Now they yeller flag up in the air just behind us as UNC will have an opportunity to be a man up whenever Auburn gets the ball back. UNC makes a run to the left side. Free possession here for the Tar Heels. This one off and spinning around. That is number 35. Off Landon Reichert's foot. Ronan Mahoney put it off the foot of number 17, Landon Reichert, the junior goalkeeper out of Boca Raton, Florida, otherwise known as Paradise on Earth.
Yeah, that was an excellent save there by Riker. Pretty sure that wasn't intentional because it did go off his foot, but it's a great save either way.
We'll see who the call is on here. Well, no, just we already know. Number 33, McGuire Civilly, sophomore out of Tampa, Florida, will serve a 30-second one, as this will be UNC's first opportunity to show off what their penalty team can do.
If you're UNC, this is an opportunity to cut into Auburn's 10-point lead. It's been scoreless so far here in the third.
Low shot picked up by Landon Reichert. Great save there for the junior, and Auburn is going to have this one. Eamon Cummins will go out of bounds. It'll be UNC ball with 5 seconds left on the penalty clock.
I apologize. I cannot really see that sideline very well, but I believe Noah got the call 100% correct.
See, we have this blue bar in front of us that occasionally, if I was not the 6'9", I'm 6'2", folks. If I wasn't as tall as I was, I know I couldn't be able to see over it. But UNC inside their attacking third right now as they'll make a run. That's a shot, and it's picked up again by Landon Reichert.
Hey, that's two really good back-to-back saves there from Riker for Auburn. UNC has definitely had more offensive opportunities thus far.
Eamon Cummins picks this ball up now over to number 19, Derek DeAngles. He'll make a run inside the attacking third for Auburn. Number 10, Jamie Maroney takes a shot, and it'll hit off something of the North Carolina goalkeeper, but it'll go out of bounds. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3.
I'm not sure if that went off the UNC goalkeeper or one of the defenders, but either way, it definitely went off somebody for North Carolina.
Number 8, Andrew Luff has this one for the Auburn Tigers over to number 27, Max Forsyth. Andrew Luff back to number 22, Graham Young. Young from the top. Takes a long shot, finds the back of the net. Upper east corner for number 22, Graham Young. He makes it 14-3.
And I believe that's his second goal of the game as well. He scored first for Auburn in the first half. He scores first for Auburn in the second.
Believe, yes, it is still number 6, Brooks Andrus. He took the first face-off this quarter for the Auburn Tigers. He'll take another one here. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to be played here in quarter number 3 after Auburn gets their first goal of the quarter. And UNC, there's something we haven't seen a lot tonight. They win the face-off. That's number 10, Grant Gary, a junior out of Apex, North Carolina.
And that's only their second or third face-off win of the game. Auburn's face-off wins have usually been followed by a goal for the Tigers. Let's see if UNC can turn the face-off win into a goal for them.
Short little update just across on the other field. Auburn currently leads over Alabama in the Women's Lacrosse Iron Bowl 11-4. So big things are happening over there for Auburn women's lacrosse as they look to pick up a big win over Alabama. I believe they're in the third quarter with about a minute to go. Can't tell completely. But UNC will go across the other way as they're looking for a goal here. That's number 35, Ronan Mahoney. Had a shot earlier that was picked off by Landon Reichert. Now over to number 20, Noah Ninja. Ninja carries it to his right as looks across middle of the field. Picked off by number 25, Ethan Mott out of Niceville, Florida. He nearly picked that one off cleanly, but he was able to just get his stick on it. Now over number 44, Dwight Ware makes a pass to number 10, Jamie Maroney. Back to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. 4 minutes, 3 seconds left to be played here in the third quarter.
And compared to the first half and the first 2 quarters especially, this has been a much slower paced quarter, but Auburn still has 1 goalie count for it.
Matthias Lobato makes a pass inside to number 77, Michael Duffy. Takes a low shot, can't get it though. Great teamwork there from Lobato and Duffy to get that pass in right around the crease.
That's a dangerous area in and around the crease. You've got a lot of people in there, especially when the ball arrives. So if you can capitalize on some miscommunications and extra bodies, it's a good opportunity to score, especially if the goalie can't really see where anything is.
Lights are bright tonight as it's pitch black out in the sky. Sun has went down since before it was setting. North Carolina in on goal here. Number 8, Ian Mao, will take a drop shot that will find the back of the net, and North Carolina will get the lead back to 10 for the Tigers.
That's not surprising. They had a good shot there. Kind of got into the middle, and those center shots are some of the easier ones to take.
2 minutes, 57 seconds left to be played here in quarter number 3. Auburn leads by. Oh, good Lord. Excuse me, folks. I'm so sorry about that. Again, the cold weather switched from hot to cold is getting to me, folks. Referee's whistle, and away we go. This one is picked up and won by number 6, Brooks Andrus, as he'll win another one for these Tigers. They've been very, very dominant from the face-off circle. Jamie Maroney has this one waiting to get set up here. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left to be played here in the third quarter. Maroney receive a screen for a pass. Now over number 7, Michael Kotroski. Kotroski spins right. Can't find it. Long pass now to number 20, Hunter Heiderly. Heiderly around the crease now, looking for somewhere to go. He finds the waiting stick of number 16, Steph Kerr. Back to number 7, though, Michael Kotroski. Kotroski, long pass inside over to number 77, Michael Duffy. Duffy back to Kerr. Kerr puts a foot in the ground, tries to make a move, as this pass is awry, and they'll go over and back, as it'll be North Carolina ball with 1:49 left to be played. UNC with the ball, looking to cut back into that 10-point deficit.
Their defense has been really strong this quarter, but so has Auburn's. This has been a defensive battle in this third quarter. Not so much as the fast-paced action that we saw in the first half.
Number 25, Jack McCoy. And they're going to lose this ball. UNC loses it to the Auburn Tigers. Long pass now to number 12. Yates Holly cannot be received, but is picked up by number 10, Jamie Maroney. And he'll cut to his left, take a spin, take a low shot, and it'll be pushed out the way by the UNC goalkeeper. 59 seconds left on the game clock.
That was a nice save by the UNC goalkeeper, and looks like shot clock is off, and Auburn will probably hold for a last shot attempt.
And it'll be Miles Lobato keeping it in his hand for an extended period of time. 40 seconds now, over to Jackson Dedrick. Miles Lobato still in his hand. Lobato will cut to his left, pass out to Dedrick. Dedrick spins right, takes a long shot that's up and over with 22 seconds left on the game clock. That is number 77, Michael Duffy. Head coach JJ Romano calling plays. A shot for Miles Lobato that'll go left. 12 seconds left on the game clock. As it'll be Jamie Maroney carrying it outside of the X for the Auburn Tigers. 10 seconds left. Maroney cuts left, spins right, looking for somewhere to go. 6 seconds. Maroney takes some more hits. 4 seconds. Maroney over to Miles Lobato. Long shot. That's going to hit the back. And, ooh, that one is going to be felt in the morning as the buzzer expires. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here in a moment here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn has 1 quarter left to go against the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. They lead 14-4, and this fourth quarter is brought to you by Mama Goldberg's Deli, now serving breakfast at the Glen Dean location and beginning the first week in April at the original West Magnolia location. We all know you got to have your mama's love. Now you can have it for breakfast. Also, please remember, if you are interested in sponsoring the men's lacrosse team, please send a DM to their Instagram page at Auburn Lacrosse. All this money is going to them. WEGL is not seeing a cent. We are just happy to be broadcasting these games. So thank you to Mama Goldberg's Deli for helping this team out, and thank you to Auburn Lacrosse for letting us broadcast these games. Noah Phillips, Shannon Turbo, the people talking to you right now, as Auburn looks to win another face-off here, and yes, they will. Michael Brooks Andrus was the one will be credited with the one face-off, but is picked up by Auburn later on. 14:45 left to be played, as this one is off to the races now, as this one is a weird defensive thing, and that's a big hit to Auburn's goalie. A new one, as a matter of fact, number 35, Alex Trieo, freshman out of Atlanta, Georgia.
So it looks like Auburn has played a different goalie every quarter. I mean, that makes sense. They have a pretty big lead, so why not get some of those guys who don't get a lot of playing time?
And they have a deep goalie position group there with, of course, number 34, Craig Morgan, Alex Trejo, who's in there right now, 99, Colson Miller, who had a fantastic game earlier in the season, and, of course, Landon Reichert, who's from Boca Raton, Florida, as UNC is going to open this fourth quarter up with a goal just before the first minute comes to an end. That's number 25, Jack McCoy, who puts one in the back for UNC.
And if you're UNC, you're down 10, you're going to want to score 5 or 6 goals pretty quickly. But if you're Auburn, as long as you get 7 or 8 possessions, I mean, you're good. You can just bleed out the shot clock, really. You don't have to be super aggressive on offense. I know that's kind of what you're used to, but you don't necessarily have to do it.
This face-off taken by number 46, Robert Wade, the freshman from Roswell, Georgia, as Auburn is going to pick it up. Auburn as to defend this 9-point lead for 13 minutes and 48 seconds. As we are hearing some referees whistle, and it's going to be North Carolina ball going the other way.
I'm not sure what the penalty foul was there, but whatever.
Thank you for tuning in, folks. It means a lot that you're spending your Friday night with us, and we hope this broadcast is up to your standard. It's always been my pleasure to deliver these, and North Carolina takes a long pass over. That's a shot, and it's in the back of the net. Oh, God. North Carolina, number 22, Jackson Holmes, making me sneeze, making it 14-6. UNC adds on another one with 13-24 left to go here in quarter number 4.
Well, that's 2 really quick goals for the Tar Heels. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Probably not what Auburn wanted to see this early in the fourth quarter, but lacrosse is a sport where the score can change very quickly.
It's also March. That's the thing you got to think about. It's a crazy, crazy month. And Auburn is going to win this one off a referee's decision. Auburn looking for their 3rd win this season. Looking to build momentum for next week as Auburn will be down in Florida taking on Florida State and UCF March 28th and March 29th before finishing the season on April 4th versus the University of Alabama Crimson Tide. That game will be right here. The games down in Florida will not be. Auburn in on goal, though. Pass over to the other side. A dunk attempt that will not find the back of the net. That was number 38, Connor Short, and number 19 with Derek DeAngles with the setup.
That was a good look there for the Auburn Tigers. UNC, though, able to defend it properly. And
He'll be an Auburn timeout, and we're going to take one with them. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn leads 14-6 over UNC. UNC has had 2 quick goals to get back into contention of this one. 12 minutes, 55 seconds left to go here in quarter number 4 as Auburn looks to hold on to get their 3rd win of the season, and UNC wants to come back to pick up their 2nd win of the season.
yeah, and if you're Auburn, you just kind of want to bleed these shot clocks down. You just want to bleed time. You don't necessarily need to score. In fact, I would say keeping possession is more important than scoring goals. Because the less time UNC has to score, the less chances they'll have to tie this game.
Auburn looking for an opportunity here, going around the bend. That's number 33, McGuire Civilly out to number 38, Connor Short. This one picked off by North Carolina, and they're on their horse. That's a big man to be running. That's number 26, Lucas Skinner. He's in. He'll have to pull back out, though. 12-10 left to be played here in this 4th quarter.
You can hear somebody shouting, go, go, go. I believe that is the UNC team because they're down by quite a lot, and they need to score quite fast.
Yeah, they need to score in transition in a big way as UNC is going to go to the right side. UNC low shot, drop shot that'll go out of bounds. UNC closest to it. I think we talked about that, me and you, during the Georgia Tech broadcast about transition offense.
Yeah, we
think that
did,
was
because
us. Yep.
I remember complimenting Georgia Tech on being able to get in transition and scoring 5 or 6 goals that way. It seems like Auburn has done a solid job of preventing UNC from getting into transition, but that's what UNC is going to need to do if they want to score.
And that's a save there for the Auburn Tigers. That's number 35, Alex Trujillo, with his first save of the broadcast.
Good to see that from the Auburn goalkeeper. I know he's kind of lower down on the roster, but it's good to see that Auburn is playing their full goalie roster tonight.
He is a freshman from Bad Street in Atlanta, Georgia. He's not actually from Bad Street. That's just a wrestling reference, folks. As North Carolina is going to carry this one across half field, and it'll be number 27, Fletcher Curtis, freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina, with 10 minutes and 49 seconds, as that shot is going to go way far off. North Carolina closest to it, though.
It looked like they were aiming for one of the football pylons there instead of the net.
UNC will pick this one up from the goal line extended. This one off the post. Pass was a wee bit off there.
I think that went off the back of the net, too. I mean, that ricocheted backwards. Typically don't see that one.
As UNC from the X, that is number 28, Holden Zimmerman. Should be number 25, Jack McCoy. 10 minutes, 18 seconds left to be played here in quarter number 4. UNC from the right alley. Number 22, Jackson Holmes. Holmes cuts to his right side. Number 10, Grant Gary, junior from Apex, North Carolina. This one will go out of bounds. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 10 minutes, 2 seconds on the game clock. Auburn leads 14-6.
And if you're UNC, you definitely want to score here on this possession to cut Auburn's lead to just 7.
UNC around the crease, taking some punishment is number 20, Noah Ninja. As he's on the ground, a referee will rule it dead. And I thought I saw a flag. That might have just been my eyes messing with me.
I don't see a flag. I see a bright lime green ball. I see no shiny yellow flags.
I do not either. It'll stay UNC ball with 9 minutes and 48 seconds left to be played here in the fourth quarter.
It looks to be a penalty and a reset on the shot clock.
Oh, yes, there is. It'll be on number 28, Preston Morrison, freshman out of Birmingham. Will serve a minute-long period. Thank you for pointing that out to me, Shannon.
I do have a better angle on the scoreboard, so it was no problem.
Well, you also have on glasses, so you have better eyesight than me.
Yeah, well, I can't see things far away. That's why I have the glasses.
That is a shot that is low, and it's picked off by number 35, Alex Trujillo, as it was number 25, Jack McCoy, Jr. out of Richmond, Virginia, with the shot. Number 48, Sean Connolly will take this one over to number 16, Seth Kerr. That pass goes awry, but he's able to find it, and that one is going to be off the stick of number 77, Michael Duffy, sophomore out of Madison, Alabama. North Carolina on the run here. Pass, fakes high, will take it inside their attacking half of the field. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be it for the penalty. North Carolina and Auburn will go back to even Stevens. 8 minutes, 45 seconds left to be played here in quarter number 4. Auburn leads 14-6.
And if you're UNC, you want to go, go, go. You need to score relatively quickly because, I mean, the longer it takes for you to score, the less time you'll have to cut Auburn's lead down. And Auburn really just wants to get possession back. Bleed time is what they're going to try to do for the remainder of the game. They'll be less focused on scoring and more focused on keeping possession.
Yes, they will. And Auburn will have to do so for an additional 8 minutes and 10 seconds as Auburn inside their own attacking half. Number 7, Michael Kotrowski, sophomore out of Chester, New Jersey. Now back to number 77, Michael Duffy from the X, over the goal line, extended now for the Auburn Tigers. And there are some new names, so you'll hear me kind of stumble through my words a little bit, trying to remember who's who. Number 48, Sean Connolly, likes a pass that cannot be received, just a wee bit too high for number 77, Michael Duffy. That also means more players are getting to play, which is big for the Auburn Tigers, getting some newer faces, some new exposure, and more practice for later on in the coming years.
Yeah, and if you look at the top of your screen, you can kind of see just how deep Auburn's roster is. So with the big lead that they have and that they've maintained for most of this game, it's really exciting to see a lot of new, fresh numbers because we can't really see the faces.
Flag up in the air for UNC. It'll be a free possession. 7 minutes, 8 seconds here for the Tar Heels, as UNC takes it from the top of the attacking third. That's number 27, Fletcher Curtis with the shot. Just was a wee bit wide left, and it'll be a penalty here for North Carolina. They'll be a man up.
They were a man up earlier. Couldn't get anything off of that. Let's see if the second time's the charm in this fourth quarter.
Looking for the call here. It'll be on number 30, Chris Michaels, freshman from Roswell, Georgia. He'll be the one to serve time in the sin bin. Just a 30-second one.
Number 30 for a 30-second.
30
That's
for
kind
30.
of fun.
30 for 30, like the ESPN documentaries. That's a shot that is going to go wide. UNC closest to it. You know, Bruce Pearl's in one of those. You know that, Shannon?
I did not.
Yeah, he's in the one about the gambling scandal.
Oh.
From the movie Goodfellas. It was actually really, really good. I watched it one night. I was extremely bored, and I got jump scared by our basketball coach. 12 seconds left to go here on the penalty clock. UNC going around the bend looking for something to go. 6 minutes, 30 seconds, 5 seconds on this penalty clock. That's a pass to number 22, Jackson Holmes, as penalty is over with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left to be played here in the fourth quarter. North Carolina shot. That'll be up. 40 seconds on the game clock, 39 seconds on the shot clock, 6 minutes 15 on the game clock.
And you can kind of hear UNC's coach has been quite vocal lately in imparting urgency into his team, and that is a goal.
Indeed, and there was the urgency that you were talking about. Number 27, Fletcher Curtis, freshman, or roommates, or not roommates, good Lord. Teammates back in high school with Andrew Luff and Max Forsythe. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in period number 4. UNC makes it 7-14 as one of these two teams calls a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Just about to get back underway here as Auburn leads 14-7 with 6 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in quarter number 4. And on the other side of the field, it is 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in Auburn women's lacrosse as they take on Alabama. They lead 12-8. Is that what we said? 12-8
yeah,
or 6?
I think that's an 8.
I think it's an 8. It's one of those two. Either way, Auburn leads Alabama in the Women's Iron Bowl of lacrosse. Always great to see Auburn beating Alabama. There's a referee's whistle on our game, and it's going to be picked up by Auburn. That's number 46, Robert Wade, winning a face-off. 5 minutes, 57 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Number 12, Yates Holloway has this ball for the Auburn Tigers. Back to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Miles Lovato will receive it as Auburn will take some time to slow down and set it up like an 80s wrestling match.
Yeah, well, if you're Auburn, I think slow and steady is is your motto for the rest of this quarter, rather than UNC's motto of probably go, go, go.
Indeed, as that'll be number 41, Colby Endorsey, senior out of Carter Springs, Colorado. He's in the game, folks. Number 9, Jackson Dedrick. He'll pass it on to number 16, Seth Kerr. Back to Dedrick. Dedrick takes a drop shot that's scrummed for as it's going to find its way into the North Carolina goal. No, excuse me. Off. And there it is, folks. Jackson Dedrick after a backboard pass, that's what I'm going to call it, from number 77, Michael Duffy, to make it 15-7.
Yeah, I don't know what I would call that. That was a bit of an interesting bit of lacrosse right there. A little bit of a scrum, little weird pass, weird pickup. But hey, Auburn scores their first goal of the fourth quarter.
You know what I'm going to call it? An alley-oop. You know, like them alley-oops that you put off the glass in basketball?
Ooh, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Them real fancy ones.
There's probably a fancy lacrosse term for it, but I have no idea what that one would be.
As this one is on the ground, they're going to rule it dead. They'll call a holding. It'll be Auburn's ball.
That holding calls were only in football. I didn't know there was one in lacrosse.
It is the same motion, and it is the only referee call I've been able to see because the rest of the time they were making it not towards me. So, yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns on that one.
I don't disagree with you. I wish refereeing calls were the same across some sports. It would definitely make it easier to understand. But, hey, we don't know all the rules in lacrosse, so we might be guessing on some of them. But I do agree your guess was probably correct.
Number 20, Hunter Heiderly, makes a pass that is not picked off, but that was deflected by UNC, as this one is picked up, yes indeed, by number 77, Michael Duffy. Now over to number 48, Sean Connolly, sophomore out of Houston, Texas, makes a pass over to the left alley. In a run-in now for the Auburn Tigers, that's number 16, Seth Kerr.
You know, you keep saying Seth Kerr, and I keep thinking Seth Curry.
I am also thinking it, to be honest with you. Number 33, McGuire civilly makes a run. He'll have to make a pass at the last second. 50 seconds, 3:46 on the game clock, as this one is picked up by North Carolina. They'll go the opposite way. Number 44, Leighton Ham, will be the one to pick it up for UNC. That's number 22, Jackson Holmes. As UNC will look to set something up here with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to be played in this one. UNC cuts to the right side. That is number 35, Ronan Mahoney. Mahoney loses it. Looking for somewhere to go. He's trying to back somebody down. This one goes way over. It goes outside. North Carolina closest to it. I believe I hear the voice of head coach J.J. Armano still coaching his guys up. Great sign to be up 15-7 with 3 minutes left, and you're still being hard on your guys. As minute 33 left on the other side of us. Auburn's still up 12-8 in women's Iron Bowl lacrosse.
I hate to correct you, but it's only 12-10 in that
gosh.
Iron Bowl, not 12-8. So that game's gonna come down to the wire, as is typical for any Iron Bowl game.
And that is going to be a hooking call there. I'm smart enough to know that one. As they're gonna, number 27, Fletcher Curtis is going to complain about it. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left to be played, and it sounds like.
Yeah, there's nothing for him to complain about on that hooking call. I mean, that was very obvious, and we could see it from here.
Well, we also right here. It's on the other side of the field. It's not that far off. But it'll be ruled dead, and they're going to go ahead and get this penalty started for the Auburn Tigers. They'll be a man up with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Trying to get the time here. And it'll be just a 30 seconds for Fletcher Curtis, the freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Auburn goes into the attacking third. Now over number 39, Ty Sosby, freshman out of Orlando, Florida. Number 48, Sean Connolly. Over number 39, Ty Sosby. Now over number 33, McGuire Civilly. There is a flag up in the air, and that's going to be the end of the penalty here, and it looks like it'll stay an Auburn penalty as well. They're going to pick it up. A great play there by Michael Petrosky to be able to kind of jump up and get that ball. Pass inside now as this one is going to be picked up by UNC. There's the referee's whistle with 1:40 left to be played here in period number 4. 49 seconds left of the women's lacrosse game. Auburn still up 12-10. I believe they're also a man down, or a woman down, excuse me, with 21 seconds left on the penalty clock.
Looks to be correct.
It'll be number 10, Grant Carey, junior from Apex, North Carolina, with a full minute-long penalty here for North Carolina. Auburn will be a man up for all but the last 40 seconds if they don't score a goal here, as Auburn is playing the Tar Heels.
I mean, if you're Auburn, you've pretty much won this game, so.
Well, they're going to still stun on them, folks. Number 77, Michael Duffy, he's going to take one around the crease and just get it past the UNC goalkeeper to make it 16-7.
I feel like we should have been keeping track of how many different Tigers have scored this game. It's definitely been 5 or 6, I think, 7, 8.
Yeah,
5 or 6 for sure.
That would require me to have a pencil and have to write all that down and have something to write off of. I'm kidding with you, folks. We would do it, but I'm already having to deal with the stream, and I'm having to watch this little button here. It says KB/S. If it goes down too far, I start to worry. I'm worried we're going to get kicked off the network. But we're having fun out here, folks, as North Carolina is going to pick this ball up with 1:23 left to be played here in the fourth quarter. UNC still a man up for 30, still a man down for 37 seconds. As Auburn takes down Alabama 12-10 over on the other side of the court. Auburn wins another Iron Bowl. 1:03 left to go here in this one. Auburn leads 16-7. Auburn looking to replicate what the women just did, just one field over.
And it definitely goes to show spring at Auburn has definitely been a fantastic sports season all around for the Tigers.
And a great run there by Alex Trujillo to be able to leave the crease and go chase that one down and be closest to it, as Auburn will be at 42 seconds left to hold on to this lead, and they should be doing so in style here as long as they can get it over the half-field line, which they do. Now over to number 44, Dwight Ware, as he is going to be inside. It's picked up by the UNC goalkeeper, and he's going to go on a run here.
Why not?
And that's going to be a couple big hits. It's picked up by UNC, though, as they'll get it into their attacking half. 15 seconds left as he'll make a run inside. 10 grains of sand left in the top of the time. 4 second, what is that called, Shannon? Where it's sand and you flip it over and it falls down.
An hourglass?
Hourglass, there you go. 4 tips of sand in the top of the hourglass, folks. And Auburn should hold on to this 16-7 lead over the Tar Heels of North Carolina. 3, 2, 1. One last pass inside is picked off by number 32, James Mayer freshman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And Auburn takes down the Tar Heels 16-7. They did it in style. We had a sibling to sibling goal. We had Andrew Luff with a hat trick at least. We had some other fun goals.
Aiden
Garrett
off the face-off.
Face-off, shoot-off there. Just absolute fun we had. Shannon, do you have any last thoughts?
I mean, it was an excellent lacrosse game from both teams. Auburn definitely showed that they can compete with some of the best. And Auburn's got another game, though, this weekend versus Texas A&M.
Yes, they do. That game Sunday, March 23rd at 11 a.m. You can listen to it right here on WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. And then Auburn will travel down to Florida to take on Florida State on Friday, March 28th at 7, and the University of Central Florida at Saturday, March 29th at 6 p.m. before the Iron Bowl of Lacrosse is right here on Friday, April 4th, 5 o'clock p.m. Remember, if you are interested in sponsoring the Auburn men's lacrosse team, you can visit their Instagram and shoot them a DM at Auburn Lacrosse. And we will go ahead and be out of here, folks. I want to thank each and every single one of you for tuning in, folks. Auburn wins against the UNC Tar Heels 16-7. Thank you, War Eagle. And remember, it's MCLA for life.